Good evening and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to London Greens. We are back with another episode here today and it is time for a cup match. Our first ever knockout game. Our first ever knockout football match. We are going to play up against St. And we're away. But look at that penalty shootout. If scores are level. Oh. Okie dokes. So they're actually in our division. And you can see just on the left hand side, they are a game in hand. They are 5-2 and 0. They have not lost a game. So were we to win this here game, it would actually be their first loss of the season. So with the idea in mind, we're going to just drop onto kind of positive. I don't want to be so not just what do I mean? I don't want to be going out there just going out full on the attack and then kind of regret it. That's not what I'm after today. The opposition, I'm going to guess, play in a wing play style because it seems like everyone in this division does, which means we're going to keep our kind of standard defensive line. We don't want to go too crazy with it. Everyone who's on a medium needs to have a break, which means Andre Charles is going to come in. That's a risky decision, but I think I've got to take it. Anthony Joseph on the right-hand side. No, it should be... Actually, though, that's on the left-hand side, so that's fine. We can play Anthony Joseph on the left-hand side. That's in the correct position. Ruben Mason takes a break. And Sam Carr comes in. That's good. Minutes-wise, we're looking relatively good. There's a lot of players who... Well, look at that. Andre Charles, when he's played 2 games. He doesn't get subbed off. All the defenders don't really get subbed off. I tend to rotate my midfielders and my attackers a little bit more when it comes to substitutions in the game. Everyone looks happy with the setup today. And the setup today is all about simply winning this match. It doesn't matter how we play. It doesn't really matter if the performance is slacking or anything if we get the result. It's just about winning the 90 minutes in front of us against St. Peter. So if we can do that, we'll go to the next round and we will celebrate. Oh, that's a bit of a loose pass from Ruddock. However, our defenders are strong and we will get it back. And that is going to be the first highlight done. So let's keep the position formation there. And I'm also going to get the latest scores across the board as well. So for the most part, I think it is all free kick. In? What? Johansson. It looked like he had gotten across, but it goes in. He is very central and just it's out of his reach. He just cannot reach that. So I'm going to throw out the demand more as we try and, well, get a bit more going. And I'm also going to, I'm also going to get that tempo going a little bit higher. And we are going to go a little bit wider. And I might regret putting us just on positive rather than attacking. But early doors, we have had a lot of possession. And they've only scored by a free kick. So I still think there's a lot of football here to be played. And Ruddock is there to shoot it. And the ball, Ruddock couldn't get the shot away. It's defended well. And it comes out to one of our players. But we're just unable to get it in the back of the net. Tadeka's going to whip this one in. It's going to come out. It's going to be another corner. Okay, we've got the corner. Another corner. Let's see how we do. Let's see how we do kind of, well, trying to create something. Let's get these stats going on the left-hand side as well. Actually, let's not, because that's literally where we're scoring. What if I zoom out? Is that better? Oh, we've scored as I'm messing with the stats. Nathan Evans has scored, has put it in the back of the net. We make it 1-1. And I mean, this is fair, I would say. This seems fair. Charles nods it all the way across to Evans, who takes a good touch, brings it forward, and then hits it all the way left into the goal. And that's a really, really good finish. And I'm actually quite happy with the fact that we have grabbed that goal so quickly. It means that hopefully we're not chasing the game for the rest of this half. We can try and keep control, keep that possession stat. Oh, I thought it was another one. I really thought it was another one, but it wasn't. We're back to 1-1 after only 16 minutes. Finnegan's taken a yellow card. That might be a half-time swap. Possession is rocking a little bit more towards the opposition. So I'm thinking maybe let's bring it back just a tad. Lower that tempo just a tad. And again, just kind of rock on a little bit higher of possession. Just try and control the pace of the game a little bit more. The more of the ball we have, the less of the ball they have. If we're strong in defense, it's all going to work on our play. So there we go. That does lead our possession to go up a little bit by just slowing it down, trying to keep the ball in the midfield a little bit more, giving our midfielders a few more passing options as well. Goes to the back post. Flint gets there. It's well marshalled there. Number 11 is Evans, the goal scorer, who does well. Clears it out. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Goes into Cully, who shoots from distance. It's off the bar. Slash the goalkeeper. And then it's just an empty one into the back of the net. And I want to see what happens here, actually. I want to see if this is, again, if this is something that Johansson should be dealing with. What on earth? Did he just palm it off the post or something? I'm a little bit confused. I'm actually going to watch that one again. I'm going to put the camera into the director. I can't really tell. I'm going to watch it one more time. Is there a way to slow it down? Yeah, there is a way to slow it down. If I bring this all the way down here. That's a little bit too slow. And I watch it one more time. Okay, so speed it up. And now, I've gone too far. Okay, fine. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm actually annoying myself here. I want to see what Johansson did. Okay, pause it. Hit play. Okay. Now, pause it. Slow it all the way down. Okay, the ball, it's going to take a second. So what I think happened is Johansson knows or kind of judges that it's going to hit the post or maybe go wide. So he's kind of watching it as it does that. It hits the corner and then he palms it away. Just directly into the path of the attacker. Who then, of course, just knocks it home because, of course, they do. Right, we're going to have to change things up. So, Howard's going to come on and going to move up here. Horn is going to maybe just swap out to the right. No, actually, stay central. And that's the wrong... I think... Yeah, there we go. Stefan Clark comes in. Does he? No, I don't think he does. I do want Howard on there. So I think it is genuinely going to be a swap here. We move forward like that. And then Stefan Clark sits into the middle of the park. And we have the option of bringing the wing-backs back. Although they want to play wing play. So I think I've got to undo that. Cutbush comes in. Horn is there. Let's get Horn out for Howard. And the wingers just move up. Okay. Okay, those are the tactics. Have they taken effect? Oh, next break in play. Okay. So I don't make those changes at halftime. I wait until the ball goes out after halftime begins. Feels like a bit of an odd one, but okay, that's fine. What on Joseph? Okay, that's good. Okay. Now our substitutions are going to take effect. And in fact, I'm actually going to go and up the tempo as well. We're playing a 4-1-3-2 now. Let's get it wider as well, because we've got those wide attackers now higher up the pitch. We need a goal. We haven't really created, but we have had possession. It's been a bit of a weird game. We've won that one back. Cutbush on it. I don't know what the heck that is. Why has he done that? That's just ridiculous. And it goes over, but what on earth was that? They're running backwards. Just nod it back to the keeper if you need to. Questionable stuff. However, that's a good pass. And Evans is gonna... Okay, Evans goes back. Salmon out wide. Flint has made a good run forward. Evans now on the right-hand side, getting into a dangerous area. Exactly what we need. Gets taken out, and that is going to be a penalty. And that is exactly what we need from our goal scorer and really influential player here today. Now, is it going to be... It's going to be Tadeka. It's not going to be Roddick because we changed our penalty takers and he sends the keeper the wrong way. Makes it 2-2. And I'm very happy with that. So I'm actually going to call for a calm down. You know, we've just scored. We've just got ourselves back into the game. Lovely finish from Tadeka. And I think that's the first penalty we've put in a significant number. You know, Roddick's missed 2 or 3 recently. So it's good that Tadeka's put that one in and really done well with it. Now, we've got corners and it does look like we are doing a little bit better with the wingers up the pitch. And from the corner, Tadeka gets the ball in. Sam Carr up, jumps, boom, nods it home. Never mind. Flint was in front of the goalie. Flint, you really know how to annoy me. Howard, yep, that's good. Charles in a bit of space. Now, Charles isn't... Oh, that's a lovely pass. Roddick, across or shoot. He does shoot. Okay, that's fine. Oh, maybe the game was correct in, you know, getting us to play attacking football, but it's a cup game and I'm very worried about conceding because we're playing such an attacking mindset. However, since we have gone attacking, you know, we've taken possession again. We've also, well, of course, scored, but we're just taking more shots in general. And most of the highlights do seem to be us going forward. So I'm actually going to bring Flint off in a second for Stefan Clark. Evans whips it in. Roddick jumps and nods it wide. Very close. Okay, Flint's going to come off for Stefan Clark. That'll be the last change we make. Gregory will not get on the pitch. And if it finishes like this, it will be penalties. So maybe it would have been an idea to save that and bring Gregory on later. But I don't think we're going to need penalties. Because we have just put that one in the back of the net. And I'm going to call for another. Just keep it calm, guys. We've got under 10 minutes. Let's watch this one in. No, I'll skip it. I want to stay focused and get this game done. And I'm actually going to say, let's bring those lines back just a step. And throw in a little bit of time wasting it. Going attacking with a little bit more directness. That obviously did do well, you know. But I do feel like you need... Oh my goodness, that was a chance. Oh my goodness. The goalie was kind of sold at the near post. If there was someone running in to the back... Oh, Salmon, what an intervention. It doesn't matter it was offside. That's still a really good intervention. Because you don't know it's offside. You're just trying to defend. And the game sits at 3-2. Very, very even. Very close. That ball's going to go over the top. Are we going to be able to get there? Blackburn does well. Salmon wins it back really nicely. And Cutbush clears it really nicely. Get it out of the danger area. And Hinton will try and bring it back for St. Peter. Goes into Vermeulen. Plays it long. Cashman's there, but Carr wins it. Evans can't get there. Goes to Hayward, who plays it forward to Cashman. Passes it off. No, he doesn't. It's gonna... Oh, it was a shot from Cully instead. Doesn't go anywhere. Carr will win that, and we will bring that one out. If Roddick just runs to the corner flag, he doesn't quite go that way, but he gives it into Charles, to Joseph, forward to Roddick now maybe, or into Howard and then Roddick, or to Dacre and then Roddick. Eventually, off to Roddick, and Roddick with a pretty tame shot. At the end of that, we've got 4 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go, and it looks like it's going to be another highlight against us as we just try and defend to finish this game. Well done, Carl. That's really good. Evans forward into Tadeka. Tadeka, look for Ruddock or Howard. Fine. Charles, just bring it back if you need to. Can't push all the way down. No, Tadeka shoots it, and it's in. And Tadeka has put in the performance. The performance. Been involved in every goal and the disallowed goal, you know, except for the first one. There's actually a hat-trick for Tadeka, scoring this one from distance just outside the box, really, really low, and Greenwood can't get there. Makes it 4-2, and absolutely is going to solidify that. Oh, they're on penalties. I was like, why is that scoreline so big? It's because they're on penalties. Johansson wins the loose ball. We have taken control in this second half, scored 3 goals with no reply since we went attacking, and we put the wingers up, and we've got Howard in there instead of Ben Horn, just because Howard, I think, is a little bit more creative, kind of connects the dots a little bit more than Horn, but Horn's quality means it's hard to not play him. Maybe if he had gone in for where Ruddock is and then Howard comes on for Ruddock instead, that would have made us even stronger, but ultimately, it does not matter, because Tadeka gets the result, gets the hat-trick in our first ever cup game, let's not forget, and sends us into the next round. Okay, now we will actually head into the draw, and they are making an offer for Sam Carr. I mean, I don't really want him to go anywhere, but it's up to him ultimately. We will head into the draw in a minute, because it says it's today. Howard opts to stay, and we're going to go to the draw. Fan poll. They want us to play French's Athletic, or at least the fans do. The favourites are Dorking under 21s. Interesting. With 17 teams going into the hat, and Worplesdon, Phoenix, Woking Veterans, and Dorking Wanderers under 21s entering the competition. Which means it's going to be 20 teams in 10 games? 17 teams will go, but how can it be 8 matches then? Eh? I'm not quite sure how this works. Okay, Fleet Spurs, first team. Drawn against Griff. Camberley, drawn against Thornton. Reigate, drawn against Woking. Haddenham, drawn against Barncombe, who were then drawn as the home team? And we've had a game rearranged. Yep, that's fine. That's expected. But why? I mean, they must have had some kind of pitch share or something that's caused that. Hazing Hillingdon, and the same again, it must be. Dorking will become the home team. Berks, oh, that's why, because there's games that haven't been played. Berks Elite or Cobham versus us. Worplesdon Phoenix versus Wiseman, but again, that's another swap on the draw. Frenches play against Spelthorne. So that's why there's 18 teams for 8 games. Okay. Fixture rearrangements. Yep, that's all fine. We're moving games around, yada yada. It's to be expected. Take a look at our schedule now. We've actually got Camberley in, 2 weeks? 10 days? Okay, and then Forest Hill only a couple of days after that. Then Meridian only a couple of days after that. Then the cup game. Then another league game, and then another league game. The calendar is absolutely out of whack. Because where are we? We are on the 27th. So that means we're here. Okay? So we've got a big old gap before this. And then we've got Forest Hill, Meridian, Cup game, League game. Can we not figure this out a little bit better? Like, Tuesdays. Why is there no Tuesdays? For example. Propose friendly? No, I don't want to propose a friendly. I want to get these games spread out a little bit. Why is it always Wednesday and Saturday? Really, really messing up our everything. Just everything. It seems a bit silly. But let's also see when Berks Elite are playing their cup game. Tuesday the 10th. Sorry, Tuesday the 3rd. So that's here. All right, we're going to see who wins that. That'll be the first thing we check before we go into what will be the next two league games. That's what we've got. We've got Camberley and Forest Hill. That's all we're going to do today's episode. We're going to play the cup game. We got the win. Two league games again. Knowing that we're trying to chase down Spellthorne. We need them to drop points at some point. We shall see. Okay, we're at the Berks Elite Cobham game. We're just going to quickly get a result from this one and see who we're playing. It's going to be Berks Elite. Look at that with an own goal. Oh my word. So 2-0 up after 20 minutes or so. And then nothing until the 74th. Cobham get one back. And then they think, oh my word, we're back in this. 84 minutes, 2-2. Maybe we can get to penalties or even grab another goal. And then they get an own goal. And that confirms who we're going to be playing. It's going to be against Berks Elite. We're going to be away from home. Have we played them already? No, we have not. Because our games against them are going to be here later in the season. So just like St. Peter, we're going to be playing a game in the Cup where, yeah, we won't know what we're up against. You know, we won't know what we're doing. Anyway, Camberley is next up, then Forest Hill. Camberley is next up. Quick look in the data hub shows that they play, you guessed it, a wing play style, which means for the most part, we don't really need to change what we're doing. We're going to stick it on attacking from the get-go this time. And you know what? We're going to go attacking from the very beginning. We're going to connect the midfield a little bit more. And we're going to play like this going into the next game. Now, this is not the team we're going to play with because we've got a couple of days. But let's get to the fixture and then get to picking the team. Okay, another little bit of information that is worth sharing is that Dorking have gone up to 5th, but of course they can't get promoted, so that just knocks the promotion point down. So Farncombe would currently be getting promoted, or into the playoff spots, not fully promoted. And St. Peter have dropped points against Cobham in the kind of middle of the pack there, which is great because that means that even though we have now played the same amount of games and they still haven't lost in the league, we are above them outright, which is very, very good. Okay. And finally, here we go. Here we are. We are here at the Camberley game. We've got other games going on around us. However, are there any important teams around us? Yes, I guess Shepherd's Bush down in 4th. They are around us, but St. Peter just played. Spellthorne not playing today. All we can do is try and win our game. Keep putting pressure on the team above and saying, look, they want me to go route 1. Ridiculous. I'm not doing it. I'm not going route 1, but we are going to pick our team, of course. And I've actually added another factor into the picking of the team, and it is this column here, this last 5 games column, because this average rating is good, but it doesn't really fully show the form of the player. For example, I think Tyrese Ruddock, look at that, his last 5 games, 6.6, his form over the course of the season, 6.8. And that's actually going to be enough for me to say, look, I think you probably should be dropped. Gregory comes in. Tadeka definitely stays in. I think we even want to go with, yes, we do want to bring back Embleton on the left-hand side. McSkeen is on a 6.8 as well. He's looking good, but I mean, you can't really... These numbers are good numbers. 6.7 for Finnegan. That's probably worth a drop for Dennison. Hughes is playing okay. Let's get him in for Cutbush. And Turner Gilligan, yeah, well, definitely on the right-hand side. We want Turner Gilligan in there. And, I mean, look at that from Anthony Joseph. The form is just getting better over time. Oh, across the board. 7.8, 7.6, 7.10, 6.8, 6.6. It's just as he plays more games, he is improving. And that's really, really good to see. The same for Turner Gilligan here, and the average rating, when the last 5 games is higher than the season rating, then clearly they are in good form. And that's what we want to be picking, the players who are in good form. So that is the team we're going to go with. We're playing with the tactics I set not long ago to go attacking. And let's see if we can really, really, really take the game to our opponents and put pressure on Spellthorne. This should be a game where we are able to get a chunk of goals, it really should be. So I'm going to leave it be for a little bit. I've actually got Ben Horn in at cam again. Maybe that should have been a change. Maybe that should have been a change. It doesn't matter. We've got three more or less out-and-out strikers up in the middle of the park. If we want to change things, we can. However, early doors, Camberley with a corner ball. What are they going to do with it? Adams whips it across. They jump. It won't really get to them. Comes out to Power, who shoots it off the bar / post. Maybe the joint. Goes out. And I do want to see... Oh, wow, look at that. Shows you the passes while you've actually... While it can fit the passes on there. 11 out of 15, 11 out of 12, 20 out of 23, 24 out of 31. We're a bit low on the passes here, which means maybe our pass distance is a little bit high. It shouldn't really be, though. Maybe, oh, I don't know. Maybe it's because we've got this kind of straight midfield. The wingers aren't really there. Let's bring them back just temporarily and see if that will kind of add a bit of connective tissue between, well, you know, not between our lines, but in our lines, between our defence, going forward to get the ball to the midfielders and then to get the ball forward to the attackers. So Sam Carr on the ball, out wide to Joseph. Lovely play. Lovely play. Horn gets it off to Gregory, onto Embleton. Take it forward as far as you can. Lovely ball into Gregory. Does really well. Shoots it off the bar, and it's our turn to hit the woodwork. Oh, it was saved onto the woodwork, and we will then get a corner from that. Okay, it's dealt with pretty well by Camberley. Brathwaite will bring it forward and then clear it. And Joseph will just make a poor decision there at that. Oh, we've won it back. Dennison into Evans. Find a pass or take a long shot into Gregory. That's got to be a goal. That is an absolutely brilliant goal. And Evans is more or less picking up from where he was in the last game. It's been disallowed. The whistle had already gone for an offside. But that's a really, really good sign because that was one heck of a pass through the middle, kind of cutting defenders out. And then Gregory, despite maybe being offside, did put the ball in the back of net, which is always a good sign. Now Camberley on the ball again. They are playing with a bit of spring in their step, you know, really, really going well on the attack. Their shot wasn't really all too worrying. Forest Hill are 1-0 up in their game. But they are... you know what? I'm going to drop us onto positive. I don't know if we're playing a little bit too aggressively. And that's maybe going to be our downfall if we... Good stuff. If we're just so focused on attack that we end up... Gregory, if he's offside again... Yep, it won't count. So Gregory's put the ball in the back of the net twice in the first 20 minutes or so. And it's not... Oh, we've got a free kick, and that's going to be a yellow card for Oh, my word. Okay, so they've gone into a 4-3-2 because they can't go into a 4-3-3 or a 4-4-2. So they've had to change their mindset a little bit now. I think we want to go down the wings then. Maybe even with an overlap left and right. And just really say, look, if they're going to bunch the midfield like that, if they're going to go into this formation, there is going to be space for our wingers to get down either side. Let's hit play and, you know, get crosses in or find some space and pass it through or whatever. Forest Hill go 2-0 up in their game. Wiseman West go 1-0 up against Shepherd's Bush. That's good. That's the kind of result we want to see. And even then, that kind of looks like we're attacking through the middle. I don't want that. I want us passing it out wide. Johansson tips the ball over the bar. That's very good because we're now up against 10 men for 60 minutes or so. Should be able to take advantage of that and win this game. We should be able to win this game anyway, 11-11, but we should definitely be able to win it now because they're going to be chasing the ball a lot more. They might even kind of drop into a low block or something as they try and... That's a bad pass. And Gregory's not alert to that pass either. They clear it long. Our defenders should be able to get there. We do. Embleton all the way across. That's actually a really good pass. Into Horn, into Tadeka, maybe to Gregory. No, goes out wide to Joseph, who is overlapping, as I've asked him to. Which means Embleton can make a space, does just that. I mean, if we are overlapping, could we even... we've got them overlapping. That means I want these guys to maybe tuck in. So let's ask him to do that. Let's ask him to go inverted winger, tuck in a little bit more, create even more space for the guys out wide. Tell the guys out wide to cross more often, which they are. There we go. And are we focused on low crosses or mixed crosses? I mean, I guess low crosses would be better, just because I feel like there's more chances made if we go with low crosses. Okay, but even then, look at that. We are still one shot, one on target. Have not created a whole bunch, but when we have, we've put it in the back of the net and then it's been disallowed. So it's a bit of a... Those stats don't really tell the whole truth right now. And the possession stat is actually going up. It's hit 59. If we look at the data, they're pressing up relatively high. Okay, I'm going to make this change here. Howard's going to come in. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do for now. Howard is going to come in for Ben Horn, and hopefully that will see a little bit more creativity in our attack. But we are trying to focus on the ball out wide. Maybe the overlap is a little bit too strong. Oh, look at that. What? Okay, Tadeka. Okay, yeah, you can have all the tactics you want. But if you just frickin' put the ball in the back of the net like that instead... Then we go 1-0 up from a free kick. And who is it? It's Tadeka, because of course it is. Who else was it going to be? He's having one heck of an episode. Well done, Salmon. Lovely stuff. Evans brings it in. They're, of course, now inverted, so it means there will be more space out wide. Embleton is there. Goes on his own. Gets tackled, but Tadeka wins it back. Gets tackled again. And that one's a penalty. So Tadeka's been tackled. There were two opportunities in there. I'm not sure if either of them actually would be a penalty, but Tadeka is going to give this off to Gregory. Gregory must have a better stats. And you can't really complain when the ball ends up in the back of the net. Yeah, 2-0 up. Absolutely rocking this game right now. I'm going to throw out a praise to the entire team. Gregory sends the keeper the wrong way, drills it low into the corner, makes it 2-0. Ilofsson, you've not helped your team out. You have not. And it's going to be... Well, it's not, it's not his fault that they're now 2-0 down. But it's, it's a big part of it. You get sent off. Oh, that's a really good opportunity here. But oh my word, what is that? He's kind of done a spin and then put it in. As soon as I gave them the praise, they have lost focus, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of well marshaled here. Yeah, okay, sure. A little bit weak from the lads, maybe. Let's throw out a demand more now, because from an absolute comfortable... Oh, Tadeka on the ball. Oh, no. Oh, my word. Tadeka is just putting in free kicks for fun. Hat-trick in the last game. 2 free kicks in the back of the net. Could have taken the penalty and had a hat-trick in this game. But there is 30 minutes to go, so you never know. There will be. I mean, that's... I think I made an error there, because I've told him to do this, and then I've also said work the ball into the box. So maybe it would have been beneficial to turn that off. And then we'll flip the overlap back on. Because those are, they are contradicting instructions. I'm saying overlap, play wide, but also pass the ball into the box. You can't really have both. You kind of can if you, but it's a bit counterproductive, isn't it? Because you're saying, okay, focus down the wing, get the ball to the wing backs, but then only ever pass it in rather than whip it into the danger area. Tadeka takes a shot, it's blocked, corner ball, which is, yeah, a little bit counterproductive, a little bit counterintuitive. So we're going to try and see if we can work this out to the wing at the end of this game, and hopefully Tadeka on the ball right now will be there to clean up and get the ball. That's another free kick. They are really tackling hard, giving away a lot of free kicks. You see that 22 fouls given away by Camberley. I mean, those are almost London Green numbers from a couple of seasons back when we were playing really desperate to get promoted and we're trying to play like disruptive football to try and win games. We don't really need to do that now. We've got a much better squad. We've got a really together squad, and the game plan seems to be working at the moment. Gregory finds Tadeka. He's there. He finds Howard instead, and Howard doesn't shoot it across goal. I was thinking maybe here the ball was going to come this way across goal, but instead he went to the near post, and the keeper makes a save, and we've got a corner now. And they're going to clear that. They're going to chase it even as well. Powell is going to get there. Top stops, passes it to Clark. Clark moves pretty nicely down the left-hand side. Finds Powell again, but their attack is very slow to move up the pitch. And even then, that might be a free kick. It was. Salmon might get a yellow, but doesn't. And I'm going to make a change here. I'm going to give Hughesy some time out there. And you know what? Let's see if Tadeka, sorry, not Tadeka, if Ruddock can play himself into a bit of form. It would be nice to see that. If he could maybe grab a goal or an assist at the end of this game, just to get a little bit of a boost in his kind of bucket. And I don't know if there will be, but it's worth it. Because, you know, if he's out of form, the only way you're really going to get back into form is by getting yourself out on the pitch and trying to score some goals. So Tadeka back to Evans. Evans maybe pass it. He kind of took a heavy touch, tried to get the shot off. I was really hoping the pass was going to go into Ruddock in the middle of the box there. And that probably would have been a goal. But it was not to be. Now Howard's going to win it back into Tadeka. Tadeka shoots it pretty high, pretty wild. And it's going to go out for a goal kick. Now only 10 minutes to go. Let's add the instruction to just waste a bit of time. Oh my word, that's going to be... Oh... I was going to say that was going to be Tadeka through on goal, but the ball kind of trickled a little bit. The keeper did well to come out. Maybe should have even been more decisive. Come out, cleared that one from all sense of danger. But we took a corner, don't do anything with it. We've got 10 minutes or so left. And we have created a lot more. And of course, in the space of 10 minutes, scored 3 goals. Yeah. It's been all us. It's been all us. Forest Hill still 3-1 up in their game. Hayes and Hillingdon winning against Meridian 2-0 in their game. Well saved, Johansson. Good, good, good. And last I saw, Shepherd's Bush were losing. But they might score. They might have scored. It might be 1-1. But it would be nice if they lose as well, because then that would just keep them all away from us. Oh, good header. Good corner. Okay. We need to focus up in the last couple of minutes here. We don't want to give up 2 points and let Camberley get themselves a draw. So focus up, play some good football and just get to the end of this game. Lovely pass. Now the overlap is there. Tony Gilligan, there we go. Plays it back. Evans is there into the middle. And unfortunately, I don't think that ball needed to be in the air like that. I think he's fizzed it across a little bit too high when it could have been a pass, basically. Across goal and maybe a tap in for whoever was there. Tadeka wasting a little bit of time here. Whips it in. Eventually Carl gets there. It goes over the bar. And I mean, why are you mad? I've told you to focus up when you've conceded in the 91st minute. In a game that we've been more or less comfortable in. And there we go. Tadeka's running through. Lovely stuff. Take a shot. He does not. He goes out to Tony Gilligan, who's going to bring it up the wing. Inside to Evans. Evans shoots it. No, Ruddock. Well blocked. That would have been really nice if Ruddock could have scored that. Get himself on the score sheet. He's playing a 6.4 right now, but, you know, he's only just come on. It's a little bit harsh to rate him like that. Got a minute or so to go. Our XG is, of course, way stronger than Camberley because they scored their goal from outside the box with defenders in front of him and then from a corner. So the percentages are very much in our favour. We have played a good game. I just really would love to see if Roddick could get himself on the score sheet. Instead, we've given it away so cheaply, and now we're going to have to defend one last attack. Camberley are bringing it forward. And it's well saved from Johansson. Oh, my word. Clear this corner and get it away. Get it away and win the game. Come on. Well done. No. Oh, what is that? That is frustrating. We're going to get one chance, maybe. No, we're not even going to get that chance. I mean, look, fair play to Camberley. 10 men. 3-1, and they score 2 goals in the 90th. That's, yeah. That's 2 points. That is 2 points that we have just abandoned. Wow. Next up, Forest Hill. Let's just get to that game and let's see if we can correct. Because even though we move above Spellthorne... Look, okay, yeah, look, Darren, I agree. You've got to give credit. We blew it. We probably did. Feels like a defeat. It kind of does. Yeah. Tadeka played incredibly well. Could have had a hat-trick. But ultimately, we only draw. Boom, look at that. Tadeka is player of the week. I love that. 2 goals, 4 key passes, 3 dribbles, a rating of 8.9. Foul, draw, oh, wow. 5 fouls drawn against him. And even then, we didn't win the game. It's not good. It's not good. Nonetheless, only 3 days. We've got Wednesday, 3 days off, and then a game on the Wednesday. And we do want to... I want to see when... We should be disappointed, yeah. We should. When is Spellthorne playing? It's the 8th right now. They've got a game on the 11th, which is that when we're playing? Yeah, so they're playing on the Wednesday, same as us. Which just must mean later on in the season, they are going to have weeks like where we've had, what, 4 or 5 league games in the space of 2 or 3 weeks or whatever. They're going to have that later on in the season. Okay, next game. Okay, finally, it looks like we're up against a different tactic. And it's Route 1, which means they're going to try and play as quickly as possible when they've got the ball. So, I think it might be an idea, this game, to change things up a tad. We're going to bring Hughes in and we're going to play in a 4-4-2 and just try and be pretty solid. We're going to go to positive. We're going to keep things kind of as they are over here. Work the ball into box, play out defense, try and keep possession pretty high. And regroup rather than counter press. We're going to regroup. I'm even going to bring that line back as well. Because we've played so many games against wing play where it almost feels kind of safe to play any way we want. And it's going to work for us. That's not necessarily the case. I mean, Spellthorne are up against Reigate down in 20th, so this would be a pretty good result if they could get anything from Spellthorne, which I don't really know about. So, I think it's probably a time to give some rest to some players. So let's get McSkeen in for... Actually, probably for Roddick, because look at those guys. They are playing really well right now. We don't want to change them out. Dennison's looking good. Hughes comes in, also playing relatively well. Horn there, and then we'll bring in Jamie Loft, who hasn't really played a lot. And we'll play Moss for Evans. Even though Evans is in good form, I just want to rotate and give another player some minutes. Moss hasn't got that many. At the back, I suppose Salmon could have a break as well. Let's go to Mason. And that's probably all we're going to go with. Yeah, okay. That's all we're going to go with. That's what we're going to go with. Yeah, we can tackle harder. That's okay. Oh, that's a big point. Olafsson is back from injury. Not fully. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry, Jamie Loft. Actually, no, you know what? Howard, you can have a rest up this time. Olafsson comes in. It says only 45 minutes is the best bet for him. Ifanyu Sunday is also injured, but Olafsson will come on late in the game, and we're going to see if we can get him a few minutes and just get him out there running, get him there getting some fitness. He's a quality player. He's probably the best player we have in terms of sheer, talent or natural ability out there. I'm going to go for the fire up early doors and Tadeka on the ball. And we're going to play this game, and hopefully we're going to do a little bit better than we did against Camberley. I'm not annoyed. You are going to have games like that where you're winning, you feel like you're in control, and then, the opposition with 10 men, no less, just somehow find a way. They get 2 goals when you wouldn't have expected them to, and they get themselves a point where there was none. Good stuff from them, not good from us. Hands up, moving on, let's go. Johansson, 2 car. If they are going to play Route 1, we're going to have a lot of the ball. You would think. Which hopefully means we can get our creative players on the ball, get our attackers into good positions, and create an absolute bucket load of chances. Hughesy shoots it off the post. It's not really cleared properly. Joseph wins it back. Hughesy's there again. Salmon for the opposition gives it to Price. And that is going to be the highlight done. Now Logie, left back Logie into Vasey. Forward to Salmon. They go long, and again, if they're going to go long, we're going to pick that up all day long. That's why we're 83% possession after 5 minutes, because they've had the ball maybe 2 or 3 times, and they're just going to send it. And if they, I don't really get it. I mean, unless we can actually do something with our possession, then yeah, maybe it will work for them. But Tadeka's making a good run. Moss, lovely turn inside. Still got the ball. That's fine. Yeah, we do need to do something with the possession we've got. There we go. Moss into a lovely position inside to Gregory. Gregory shoots it. It's gone in. There we go. It looks like it's gone in deflected and off the post or the bar or whatever. Just about crossed the line. But it should have been going in anyway. Moss was in a lovely position. Really, really good work. Really good pass over the top from Turner Gilligan. Moss plays the correct pass. It's been half blocked. Goes in. It deserved to go in. And we deserve the 1-0 lead. After only 5 or 7 minutes, it's all us, and 82%, we might actually kind of break our own records here for possession if... Oh, good tackle. If they continue to just play Route 1, if that's what they're going to play, let's see what they do. Now the ball is at the striker. We haven't seen them get it to the striker before. They are passing it around a bit. Okay. So it's almost like the Route 1, the purpose of the Route 1 isn't necessarily just straight at... That's such a weak shot, and somehow it goes in. A .03 shot as well. I don't need to see that. The Route 1 is just get the ball forward. Get the ball forward, and then you can play. Whereas we are the opposite. We are actually... play the ball from the back, keep control of the ball, and slowly bring the team forward rather than the ball goes forward on its own first, which, there's merit to both ways of playing. I just think we have quality players, which means we are able to play in this possession style. Almost concede there, but it's actually offside, and it did kind of look offside, so we'll take that. Dorking are 2-0 up, Spellthorne are 1-0 up, and Camberley have just scored to go 1-0 up as well in their game. Reigate have scored, however, and Berks have scored as well. There's lots of goals. There's lots of goals out here today. Okay, that 70% is still very, very high after only half an hour. But I'm thinking, I don't know, what am I thinking? I'm thinking it's probably a good idea to try and get the ball a little bit higher up the pitch for us. Tadeka into Moss, lovely stuff. Lovely ball across, yeah, really good. Embleton tries to play a ball across. The keeper's going to get there, but not really. Turner Gilligan inside. Hughesy. Yep, really good. Dennison, fine. Hughesy, Gregory, turn, shoot. He does, and it's just wide. It's just wide, but that's a good effort. Am I going to throw out a demand? Oh. That was not a demand more. That was something else. But it's had positive impact on some players and not on others. Let's up that tempo. Let's get a bit wider. Okay. Okay. Fine, we're in first, but only because we're drawing and Spellthorne are drawing as well. If Spellthorne lose, that'd be very nice. Let's just get into the second half, but I am going to make a change. I think that role is not really doing it for Hughesy. I think that might be better. We've got Dennison doing the hard yards and really attacking, but I think Hughesy is probably the better bet. Better role if we have him on a deep line playmaker. Just being creative with his passes rather than advanced playmaker and just moving up the field. Even though it's good to have him on advanced. Yeah, I don't know. Good bit of balance. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, well done. Squeezed them of all space there. That's good. That's really good. Tadeka, let's go. Gregory. Okay, and now we move forward as a group. Once the ball is out wide, that's aces, but we want... Oh, Tadeka won't get there. Moss into Tadeka. Back all the way to Dennison. Wow, that was a... Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the disconnect between our strikers and our midfielders because there's no cam. I mean, that's good over the top. Gregory, find Tadeka. He's in absolute acres. You've got to... Okay, Gregory, off you come, lad. Horn goes in, and Hughesy comes off for Olafsson, who's going to sit into there. And we're going to go back to our kind of... If Gregory has just scored, I'm going to be real mad, because I've just subbed him off and not playing the team game and passing it off. Let's watch what happens here. He should pass. He should absolutely pass, and Tadeka's got an open net. Dennison... Okay, it's actually a really good... I mean, off the bar again. Wow, good stuff, Gregory. But I'm going to take him off. Because you should be passing that ball. I don't care that he scored the goal that puts us in the lead. He should be passing that ball and giving Tadeka the goal and giving us the 2-1 beforehand. Well done, Carl. Lovely interception. There's a long... Never mind. Okay. Dennison, lovely. Olafsson straight off. Horn is there. Going. He's quick. He is quick. He shoots it from distance. It goes over, but he is quick. You don't really want to mess with him. Okay, instructions-wise... We've got pretty good instructions here. We're playing relatively well. Yeah, we don't want step off more. I think maybe drop off more just to give our defenders an... Oh, dang it, Spellthorne have scored. Just to give our defenders a little bit more time. If they're still going to play this Route 1, they're going to play pretty desperate. They're going to throw the ball forward. And if that's what they're going to do, we want to make sure we're here to cover that. Yep. Oh, no, okay. Won it back. Well done, Moss. Well, okay, well done to get involved and kind of win the contest, but we've actually still lost the ball. Howarth into Price. Well marshalled. Yeah, really well marshalled. Goes over the top. You can just leave that, Joseph. Or okay, no, he's taking it, plays it long. Tadeka does really well. And Horn is going to go with that pace that we know he's got. Look at that. He just absolutely sends it towards the defenders. And that's what Ben Horn can do. We haven't played him in striker as a striker for a couple of games because we want him involved. But we've also got other strikers that are scoring. But this is what he can do. He's got pace on him. He just keeps going. The defender is there, but can't really get near him. And Horn just puts it in the back of the net. And that's what pace does. You can't really compete with it. Now, all we need to make this the perfect result is we need Reigate to score a goal and take points off of Spellthorne while we continue to try and block this game out. Yeah, well out. That's good. Okay, mostly positive responses. Or no responses. I'm just keeping everyone controlled and looking good. We haven't made all our subs. We can make one more sub. What have I got left? Oh, Olafsson, Horn. That's it. That's exactly it. So Olafsson coming in, making. Oh, is it going to count? It is going to count. That's going to be 4-1. So Olafsson, exactly what I wanted from him. A few minutes under his belt, and he plays a lovely ball into Horn. Horn comes off the bench, scores twice. He's looking good. And we've got Jamie. Yeah, there we go. Jamie Loft can come in, get some minutes, and this is actually worked out perfectly. The only thing that would make it even better is if Reigate could get themselves one goal, make it 2-2, and take some points off of Spellthorne, because at the moment, I'm not actually sure the league table is going to change much. We're ahead by 1 point, but Spellthorne have got the games in hand, which means that we're not really ahead, you know? Especially with us dropping points in that last game. To take her out wide to Moss. So I feel like Moss has actually had a pretty good game. And he could be even better. Olafsson, how have you missed that one? Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Moss has had a good game. He's playing 7.3. Our strikers and Olafsson are playing 7.4. Mason and Turner Gilligan at the back also playing very well. We've conceded a goal here from a rebound. Makes it 4-2. Oh, no, it's been disallowed because Salmon went too early. Ran too early as his teammate was taking the shot. And Reigate have scored. Look at that. It's 2-2. It's 2-2. Our game is about to end. Tadeka into Loft, into Turner Gilligan. Loft is playing a 6.7, having just come on. Only for what, 20 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever? When did he come on? Can I see when he came on? 74th. Okay, brilliant. There we go. 15 minutes or so. Oh, what a result. Did Reigate take points off of Spellthorne? Let's see. It would be so good if they did. They did. Look at that. Okay. Spellthorne have dropped points. They've done exactly what we did in the last game. They've conceded in the 90th. Okay, we win 4-1. We were really, really good in the second half. We took control. Bringing the cam in. We need a cam. It really shows that we do need a cam. We need to have that connect between our wingers and our DM and our two strikers. And I really love the fact that we're playing two strikers rather than the other way round of the 4-2-3-1, where you've got your wingers a little bit higher up and you've got two DMs. We're having one DM in there. Cam is just creating chances, and our two strikers rather than one get on the end of them. And that's exactly what happened today. It is. It genuinely is, because Gregory and Horn scored those goals. And were they all passes from the midfield? No, they were not. Moss to Gregory was the winger getting forward, playing it across, the striker finishes it. Dennison to Gregory, it was midfielder on the ball. Where's my pass? There's my pass. Striker puts it in the back of the net. Olafsson to Ben Horn. That was creative player. Where's my pass? There's the striker's run. Plays it into him. Makes it. Another goal. Striker scores it, and then the last one, of course, was to Dacre, giving it to Horn. Horn runs the length of the half, and then puts it in the back of the net. But we had a really, really good game. Oh, okay, only 2 or 3 days. That will probably mean Turner Gilligan's going to miss 1, maybe 2 games. And we can take it. It's okay. And that is the result. The best viewing was to be found at Spelthorne Sports Club, where they actually managed a guy scoring on debut makes it 2-2. That is just incredible. Yes. Saying that the best goal was actually the opposition's goal. I would argue Ben Horn, player of the week, scored the best goal when he ran from the halfway line and scored the goal. Nonetheless, I'm going to click continue. I'm going to get to the Meridian Valley Park game. It won't even take that long. And then we will examine the table from there. Okay. Oh. We've got the quarter-final draw as well before we play our league game, which is quite interesting. Amadou Cisse, no, we're not going to put him in the reserves. We've got a well-structured, well-built squad right now. And I don't really think we need to go moving players around. Shepherd's Bush down in 6th. Against Hayes and Hillingdon, who are down in 15th. Let's see who wins this one. 2-1, Shepherd's Bush. They move up to 4th. Camberley go down to 6th. However, they're both in the playoffs because of Dorking. And we are 3 points at the top. But of course, Spelthorne have games in hand. We can't forget. We know that. In fact, we know that. I'm very, very good at making sure we know that. Because if they do start winning them, then, we'll drop into the playoff spots. But they dropped points. They drew in that last game. Now, Farncombe versus Woking Veterans. If Farncombe win, they move to 18 and they will take that spot from Camberley. And what the heck? Where's the... I didn't even get to see it. They lost. Oh, they lost to a penalty and had a man sent off at the 30-minute mark. So, yeah, that's a bit of a tough one for them to take. Oh, no, it was 2-0. Interesting. That's really interesting. The match must not have been over. Okay, now we can examine the table because we're at the Meridian VP game. What is the table going to look like? It is... Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Competitions. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, we are 8-1-1. Looking good. What's really, really good is that... Well, what's really weird and also kind of interesting and fun is that the teams in this division have all played different numbers. It's really weird. We've played 10. Spelthorne have got 2 games in hand, of course. 3 points. If they win them both, they'll be 3 points above us. Peter have only got 1 game in hand, and if they win that, they would only move to 22. So we're not so much worried about them, really, at least at the moment. And then you've got teams that have actually played 12, so they've played more games, but we are above them. And teams have played 11. Some teams have only played 7. Look at that. Haddenham have only played 7. They've got 5 games in hand on some teams, 3 games in hand on us. If they did win all of them, I mean, that's 9 points. They go up to 20. They go up to 3rd. So they've got a lot of games in hand, as do Worplesdon Phoenix. So yeah, there's a long, long way to go. We are barely into this campaign. There's going to be 42 games. We're not even a quarter of the way through just yet. So that's all it's going to be from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. I do hope you've enjoyed it. We won the cup game. We threw away a win, but, fair play to Camberley. Fair play. They did well. They got the goals they needed. And then we did really, really well to win our last game 4-1. Lots of goals in today's episode. Wow, look at that. On average, 5 and a bit? 6 goals? 6 in that one, 6 in that one, 5 in that one. Goals all over the place. That's what we like to see. Thank you for watching, and I shall catch you next time.